Cocky men fighters getting destroyed by females. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. And today we'll be going through the fights where cocky men were destroyed by females. One should never underestimate their enemy. In the following fights, the guys completely took those girls as a fool but had to pay hard for their ignorance. These showed the cocky guys their place. So without wasting much more time, let's get started. The Furious Lady. Here they are inside the octagon trying to get the upper hand. You can see the stance of the guy, how he wants to finish the fight in so little time, but he didn't know what was coming. Just like the guy was outrageous, the blonde lady is also breakneck. You think that the guy's having the dominion, but it's the girl who's superior over here. They threw some hard punches at each other. The Fatigues fight. What you're seeing right now is a combat gym. A guy and a lady of the same height are facing each other in an MMA stance. Just like always, the guy is trying to show how much of a man he is, but the lady's got so many tricks up her sleeves. The guy's so feverish that every time he puts the punching, he gives himself in her arms. The woman knows how to take advantage of it. The guy wants to end the fight. She tried to lower kick him, but he survived and counterattacked. The lady's putting some really hard punches at him. After wrestling along with him sometimes, she goes for the deadly choke. The choke that he never got a chance to recover from. He was underestimating his opponent. The Spider Hold. This girl with the perfect hold is called the Spider. Don't know why she's called a spider? It's because of her perfector predator hold. This guy's going to get destroyed perfectly. When she chokes the guy, she tries his best to grip out of her grip. But you can see the fear in his eyes knowing that she's already won. He then makes some more fail attempts at it by the enclosed. It was not long until he passes out and she wins the match. This poor guy didn't know what was coming. The Wrestling Girl. Meet another girl who's a pro just like a wrestler. You can see that the match is about to start. The referee being the referee and the fighter getting ready. But what you're missing is seeing the spark in the lady's eye. She's a long way prepared for a reason. Just in a second, when the match starts, she tries to go for a complete holdup. Going through the upper body would be a bit hard, so she went for his legs. Soon, she takes over him, holding him in her arms. That guy tries his best to get away, but forces her to leave him. But this is only going to get worse. The Boxing Girl. Enough with the martial arts gym girls, it's time to see a professional fight. What you're experiencing right now is the guy hardly learned lesson. As you can see that the match has started, but he on the other hand doesn't want to fight, probably because he's scared of her hard punches and the way that she's coming at him. A few rounds pass by with the lady in the lead, the guy's just unsuccessfully countering the incoming attacks. The final fight of the match is when she harshly right-punched him right in his face. It threw him over the ropes, knowing that he has no way to go. This is probably one of his biggest mistakes in life. He would wish that he never stepped into the ring, but now there's nothing that he can do about it. He is lost. The cocky of the list. Of course, it's not the lady who's cocky about it, but the guy. At first, he's just wandering around with full pride. You can see how he's going to win the fight without any hustle. As the match starts, he delivers a deadly kick at her stomach, but she was fine with it. But soon the situation changed. After testing his abilities by delivering low kicks and punches, but in his mind he's like, hey, what this lady can do about me? She doesn't have the juice to beat me. So he drops the arm standing right in front of her. But lady realized that she's scoring more than him. At last, she hits him on the ground with a deadly arm lock. The moment when the referee lifts her hand probably has now terminated his pride. The Overconfident. Being confident about certain things in your life is always good, but in some moments you've got to be realistic too. Just like this guy who's overconfident that he can win. So he's trying to go for her neck so he can get a hold of her. But after several failed tries, it turns to be his greatest mistake. He should have never taken the opponent lightly. But what can we do about it anyway? You may think that he's dominating her, but it's the contrary. For surviving her hold, he lifts her over, but that wasn't enough. Soon she goes for the arm lock until she taps out of the match. This girl was nailing it. Not like the others. This guy that we have right here is not like the others. By that I mean he isn't underestimating his opponent. He's not showing that much cockiness on air, while from the inside we don't know about him. At first he was testing her limits by throwing a few dummy punches and kicks. When he got her to the ground, I thought she's going to have a hard time shaking this one out, but that wasn't her day. Soon she locked her legs around his neck, leaving the guy defenseless. For a short while he was dominating, but now the girl has the throne. Soon he realized he's in a really bad state. After knowing there's nothing that he can do about it, he gave in to the woman and tapped out. The school fight. Now here we are at the school's feasting room. The gym room. The coach is standing right there waiting for them to start the fight. The match is going to be long. As the coach whistles the blow, they start by trying to take over each other. Soon the lady gets a hold of his neck and arm. He was then moving around hopeless. But soon he takes over her while the girl is still trying to get a hold of him somehow. This goes on for some time until the coach steps in. They both were going after each other at the same pace. The Boxing Bout. Here we are going at boxing again. The fuzzy-looking fight was one of the most interesting matches. As usual, the guy's being cocky for being a guy, but the female boxer shows him his place. Soon they were in each other's headlocks for some time. But the lady has so much juice left in her, they get away and the female fighter lands a successful kick. That's when they get away from each other, but then again, they go at each other. I've got to say that lady is way more durable than a man. For some rounds, the duel was going at the same pace, but then she lower kicks him and lands him on the ground. Instead of taking advantage of the moment, she leaves him to be himself. Although at the end of the match, the guy wins by the decision, not by knockout. But I've got to say, the lady showed a lot of potential and that she was the one deadly as a python. At every step, she dominated her opponent. I'm sorry to say, guys, but you've reached the end of the video. These women put the guys in their place. If you adored our video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more sporty videos. Lastly, don't forget to drop your thoughts about which of the fights you adored the most in the comment section. See you at the next one.